What would be your recommendations to someone who's suffering with this, doesn't know what to do?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I think by talking about it, that is a great start. A burden shared is a burden halved. I think a lot of people don't feel like they can talk about it to their family because no one understands. It's an invisible sort of thing, so nobody understands. So a lot of people keep this inside. And I really believe that by talking about it, you come across other people. Like, for example, if I take my own story, I was not sure whether I wanted to tell people. I told people. Then I had hundreds of people contacting me, and I was like, oh, wow, I'm not so alone. And just purely by thinking you're not so alone, it helps you. Because, we're sort of, we're pack mentality people, aren't we? We don't want to be alone. So I would say, talk about it. I would say, get passionate about it, because again, you're helping yourself. By getting passionate about it, by talking about it, by getting involved with your tinnitus association. If you don't have a tinnitus association in your country, because you'd be surprised, a lot of countries don't have one, start a Facebook group. Do something, because by helping others, you're helping yourself. I know this sounds sort of, contrary, but it's actually true. It's certainly my sort of story. So I would say share your story, get passionate, get involved, because the more involved you get, the more you see that there is potential within the tinnitus community to do stuff. Like I say, 120 million people have severe tinnitus. Nearly 1 billion people have tinnitus. Imagine what we could achieve if just 10% or even 1% of that community got together and actually did something. And again, by doing this, you are telling your brain that you're not hopeless, that you can actually get involved and do stuff. So this stuff's important. And it's important that we put this message out to anyone who's listening to this. Get involved. Don't suffer in silence. Get involved, because it will help you by getting involved.
Sven, so what would you recommend?
Well, I would take it now more to a medical level. The problem that this community has is that mostly the first doctor you're seeing besides a general physician is mostly an ENT. And the ENT will tell you there's nothing that can be done about it, just live with it. And this is something that is horrible to tell to a patient, because it's hopeless. Yeah, it brings you to a very dark place. And I think the most important thing that, let's say, experienced tinnitus patients like Jack and I would tell you, that it will become better. It's not imaginable for the person in that moment, but it will become better. So the brain is able to defocus, to make you live with it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is what Jack said about it. It's important if you want to change something. It's very easy to complain and very hard to do something about it. If you just take us as an example, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's very common for me to start new projects, do new things, and of course do everything it takes to bring success to a project. And we started off from scratch, from nothing, from an idea that I had under the shower. And then I looked for people who shared my vision, shared the idea, thought it's a good idea, and it became a mutual idea. And here we are today, 1 year after we started, and I think we had a couple of very important people speaking to us, without any names mentioned, but big names, telling us, look, within 1 year, you have become one of the most important players in this game, and being recognized by those people, and now starting to talk to them to bring this whole to a next level. And this is where also the normal patient, wherever he is on the planet, if you can spare $5, €5, €10, €20, whatever your amount and allows you to donate to a cause like Tinnitus Quest, can be something different, but that's just an example. And to talk about it, to communicate about it in social media, share our information and so on. This will bring hope. And since tinnitus has a very, very big psychological factor. So I had a mathematician from England said it the best way possible. Some days are stone and some days are diamond. And this is where it all is, you know, and this is where you start to become part of such a movement. And of course, for the music community, maybe also listening, of course, to this podcast, is speak about it, encourage also the big names to speak about it, and as funny as it sounds, protect your hearing.